What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my satyr, and today we are talking about the Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. So I am still riding high on my Kiersten White hype train. I did decide to read this before I finished off her Conqueror series just because this book just came out and look at it, it's oh so pretty. This is her take on Arthurian legend. This is her Guinevere and Arthur story set in Camelot. We have the sword and the stone, we have this gathering darkness. It is a very fantastical, mythical journey, and it was very well done. So this is not the tale of Arthur and Guinevere that everybody knows and loves, because this Guinevere is not Guinevere. She is actually somebody who has taken her place, a changeling kind of individual who is trying to get close to Arthur in order to keep him safe. Now, everybody thinks she's just the regular Guinevere except for Arthur, and except for her father Merlin, who isn't really the best when it comes to giving out details about things because he's a little bit crazy, but regardless, there's some kind of threat being posed to Arthur, and Guinevere is going to become the queen so that she can stay by his side and make sure that he stays safe. And what I really loved about this book is that it's really talking about the balance between like nature versus order. And with Arthur, he had to expel all magic from Camelot in order to restore order, which meant that, you know, he had to banish Merlin, who was a good friend of his. He has to banish people who are still practicing low forms of magic, and that also means that if Guinevere is ever discovered, it would really destabilize his reign, and Guinevere could either be killed or banished, best case scenario. And I will say that I did struggle a little bit with this book in the beginning, just because it's so odd, the tone of voice that this is told in, because Guinevere doesn't really know a lot of things, which as the story goes on just becomes more and more intriguing instead of frustrating, which I really loved. I loved this book more and more as I continued to read it. Like when I first started out, I was like, I'm not quite sure about this, but then by the end of it, I was hooked and really into it, because there's something not quite right with Guinevere. She doesn't remember a lot of things from her childhood. She is deathly afraid of water. There are things that Merlin never told her. She's quickly discovering that a lot of the things that she thinks she knows are lies, and she doesn't know exactly who to trust. And it's almost like she is a brand new individual in a world of men, and it's kind of up to her to make these decisions on, you know, should we let nature take back over, or should we try to maintain that balance, which I really, really enjoyed. And I'm really excited to see where Kiersten White is going to take this in her next couple of books, because this is going to become a series, so I'm excited to see where we're going to go with that. My favorite thing about Kiersten White is how she writes her female protagonists, because, you know, in The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein, in the Conqueror series, we have girls who are very strong and very capable, and they don't play by society's rules. And on the surface, Guinevere in this book seems a little bit different just because she is a little bit softer, she's a little bit more curious, but she does still exist outside of society. And as she is forced to conform to Camelot's rules, she does discover that maybe she can't be herself here, and maybe to be herself she has to allow that darkness in, but how do you find that balance? And that's something that I really, really love, and I really love everything that she's saying about society and the rule of men and nature versus order towards the end of this book, so I really enjoyed it. I do highly recommend this book. Like I said, it's a little bit weird in the beginning. It took a little bit of getting used to just because I've been so heavy in Kiersten White's writing right now. I think it just was a little bit outside of what I had been reading from her, but needless to say, I still really liked it, and I am very excited to see where the series is going to go. So it's getting an A- from me. Definitely recommend that you check it out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything got for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!